Hi everyone, and sorry about the long wait. We've just moved houses, so we're actually moved to another farm but north of Wellington. So it's obviously, as you guys would know, it takes a while moving, shifting everything, that sort of stuff. As well, we've also started another business. We've got a coffee cart. Now we're doing events. So if there's any people that are business owners or know of people who are organising events, contact us on our Facebook page at TNC's Coffee Express. Now today I'm going to be doing some sighting in. We managed to purchase a couple of air rifles from Gun City. Now Gun City supplied us with these Swarm Magnum. I've got a Swarm Magnum 22 and Tracy has also got a Swarm Fox. Now hers is in .177, mine will be in .22. Now today I'm going to be using 3 different pellets because I want to see which pellet groups are best. Every single rifle will be shooting a different pellet a different way. So you might have magnums, you might have slugs, etc. Every gun, that might work well on one gun, but it's going to work completely different on another gun. So it could be the same model, etc., but it will shoot differently. So I've got 3 different slugs I'll be shooting. One is a Crow Magnum, one is a Hornet, and the other one will be the Slug HP, all from H&N. Great slugs. I'm going to see which groups are best in a 3 to 5 shot. And then I'll be jumping on Tracy's gun and I'll be trying hers as well. Now she's got the Gamo Fox, Swarm Fox, so that's .177. Now the good thing is with her one, it's very flat shooting till about, say, about 35 meters. Now I know a lot of people are like, oh, you should be shooting, you know, from say 60, 80 meters. No, it's not the way. You know, it's, yeah, great if you're doing target shooting, but if you want to kill a pest or kill animals humanely, you want to be shooting with these air rifles within 35 meters. You can shoot further, but you want to make sure that you do correct kill, one shot, and kill them humanely. It's not fair on the animal otherwise. So yeah, so either way, let's get into it. Let's start grouping these pellets. Let's see which one groups the best. Now the reason why I like using these Slug HPs, one, because they are heavier, so knockdown power is a lot more, but they're also a little bit more flatter shooting at a distance as well. So with using a .22, when you fire it, you don't, I suppose you can't think of the pellet going dead flat, okay, because that's not how these pellets work. This is not how these air rifles work. It actually goes in a rainbow sort of shape. So say if you sight at 15 meters, there's 2 points. There's 2 points of impact. So if you shoot at 15 meters or sight it in from 15, obviously that's as it's climbing, and then as it comes back down, it's going to come in range at about 30 meters again. Same sort of thing if you're shooting at, say, sighting it in at 10 meters, you're going to roughly hit that second point of impact again, say at about 20, just around 20 sort of meters. So it's a cool thing with working with the 22. You know, you've got 2 sites of impact. With a .177, again, you hear people saying they're more flat shooting. Correct, they are. They're a little bit more flat shooting, a little bit more accurate because they are lighter. But the wind also affects them a little bit more because they don't have as much weight to the pellet. With the 22, they can kind of hold themselves a little bit better. Okay, now, so out of the 3, the HP, the Crow, and the Hornet, yeah, they've got, got that good penetrating copper tip, but I don't know what it was, but nothing landed on the on even the black targets. So as you can see, it went to the bottom left. The Crow, we've got 4, one on top of each other at 5 and 6 to the left of it. In the black, we've got 1 to the top left. Now I think that would be because of the wind, because we're coming in from a nor'easter. And then we've got the HP shooting basically 2 side by side on 8 at the bottom 8. Then you got 1 at 5 up the top and 1 on the 7. And then you got 1 out of it. It's got 1 flyer. So muchness. The Crow's looking pretty good. Maybe tonight I might just try the Crow out. Actually, what I'll do is I'll try this. I've done the 15 meters. let's take the hornet out of it and let's just work with the crow and the HP at 30 metres, and we'll see what groups are best at that distance then. Now, after doing a sighting in at 15, I've scrapped the hornets. The review's amazing. Tracy uses the hornet for her fox swarm. Her .177 that we're going to be testing later on today, but this rifle just does not like it. I am highly impressed with this G6 Hunter, this BSA G6 Hunter scope though. It's really good, really cool to use, and your zoom power is huge. So from 2.5 to 15. And I'm having fun with the mil dot sight in the middle there. Obviously in the middle of your so when you're shooting, obviously targets or animals. So it's going to be fun to use that tonight. And it was a perfect package deal that Gun City put together for me. So super happy with it. Thanks Gun City for that. So either way, we've moved back down to 30 now, or moved back up to 30. I've still got the Crow Magnums and the HPs, so let's go do 5 shots of those and let's see how that goes. So with this at 30 metres, so I just finished on the HP slugs and also the Crow, .22. Now, as we can see here, for the HP, 2 landed on the board. I don't know where the other ones did. The Crow, on this one just here, they seem to group quite nice. So I'm going to stay with that option. I'll be using the crows tonight. We're going to go for a bit of a rabbit shoot later on tonight, and I'll try to get some video footage of it. Okay, so I just used the crows. Pretty happy with this. Obviously it started shooting, it was quite low. So I pulled it up and then pulled into line. So I guess we're all ready for tonight. We'll be using the crows tonight for a rabbit night shoot. Now on to sighting in Tracy's rifle. Okay, so this is the distance that we've been shooting at. So I decided to, rather than sight in from 35 because of the wind, which with the .22 the heavier pellets worked better because the wind wasn't moving them around so much with the crosswind. So I've done 30 metres. We've decided to go for the Crow Magnum option. And I'm just about to test out Tracy's, just sight Tracy's .177 in. I don't have the camera hooked up to it, but we can have a look at the shots on the target to see how they're grouping. Now we're going to be sighting Tracy's gunner now. So she's got the .177 Swarm Fox from Gamo. So this again has a 10-shot magazine. Which makes it so much easier at nighttime shooting. You're not fumbling around trying to put pellets into the single barrel like our other 2 rifles. She's also using a 3x9x40 AO Stoger scope. So obviously we're going to be sighting it in at 30 metres. Okay, we sighted in at 15 metres first up, just to make sure everything's grouping quite well. So let's see how this one goes. Okay, so this was with Tracy's gun. So the first shot, just up the top here, I actually put it in the holster, the gun holsters on the quad, just to see if it could be a bit more stable. It lifted quite a bit, and that's just a common problem that you have with brake barrels. They do tend to move around because of the recoil of the spring. And I thought, so we also had some barrel stabilizers, sort of like a, what would you call it? We'll say just a barrel holder, like a tripod, a bipod, sorry, but one that's not connected to the actual gun itself. So I put it on that, and clearly Tracy's gun loves those hornets. So she's got the .177 hornets from H&N, and they're all within a circle from about 30 metres away. So let's have a bit of fun tonight, and hopefully we get some good footage for you.